Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Harmonia plugin tutorials. In this episode, we'll look at where Harmonia came from and the thinking behind it. Then we'll install the plugin, enable it in your engine, and open the Harmonia lighting widget for the first time. Harmonia started in our architecture studio a little over a year ago. We were producing visualizations with the Unreal Path Tracer, and we kept hitting the same wall. The native HDRI setup gives you very little control over your lighting. Here's the clearest example. If you want your HDRI at one angle and your directional light at another, you can't. You get double shadows. So the sun in your backdrop and the sun lighting your scene have to stay locked to each other. That one limitation quietly decides a lot about what your image is allowed to look like. And it doesn't stop at angles. You can't desaturate the backdrop without draining the color out of your lighting. You can't bring the backdrop's intensity down without dimming the entire scene. Every control is tied to every other control. So we built the system we wanted to use. Over the year we spent developing it, the scope kept growing. What began as a fix for one lighting problem turned into a set of tools for getting a scene lit and staged quickly. And that part isn't specific to architecture. Anyone lighting and staging a scene in Unreal is doing the same work: product, film, games. So while Harmonia comes out of an Archviz studio, it isn't limited to Archviz. One thing worth being upfront about: Harmonia was designed first and foremost for the Unreal Path Tracer. That doesn't mean it won't work elsewhere, but on the lighting side, a few of the features were built specifically for the Path Tracer, and those won't behave perfectly under lit. Where it goes from here depends on you. If there's enough demand for fuller support outside the Path Tracer, we'll build it. Otherwise, we'll keep our focus where it is. Let's get it installed. Harmonia ships in versions that match the engine: 5.7, 5.8, and so on. Download the one that matches the engine you're on. They aren't interchangeable. Drop that folder into your engine's plugins folder, then launch Unreal. Once you're in, go to Edit, then Plugins, and search for Harmonia. The first time, it'll be there but switched off. Tick it to enable it, and restart the engine when it asks you to. After the restart, two things tell you it worked. First, the compass tool appears in your viewport. It may be minimized, but it's there. Second, there's a new Harmonia entry in the Quick Add menu. Click it, and the Harmonia lighting widget opens. From there, dock it wherever suits you. I keep it on the right, alongside details and the outliner, so I can move between them while I work. But that's just preference. The first time you open the widget, most of the fields will read as undefined objects. Don't worry, that isn't a bug. The widget is the interface. The lighting system itself is a blueprint, and you haven't added it yet, so there's nothing for the widget to talk to. Click Add Lighting System. You'll get Harmonia's default HDRI immediately, and every field in the widget fills in with the object it controls. That's your connection established. One rule to keep in mind: one lighting system per scene. Harmonia guards this for you. As soon as a BP Harmonia lighting exists in your outliner, the Add Lighting System button grays out, so you can't add a second one by accident. Where it can still catch you is with sublevels. If your lighting system lives in a sublevel, and you add another one in the persistent level, you end up with two, and the widget doesn't know which one to control. The symptom is easy to recognize once you've seen it. You move a slider, and nothing happens. The fix is just as simple. Delete the extra blueprint, close the widget, and open it again. Reopening reestablishes the connection, and your controls come back. That's the setup done. In the next episode, we'll go through the lighting widget section by section and look at what each control actually does. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.